How's it going? It's Swervo here with another math video. Today we're going to look at some polynomial long division as well as synthetic division. So here we go. We're going to start out with a rational function f of x equals negative 4x plus 1 over x. This is coming from our homework number 7. So we see that we have first degree in the numerator, first degree in the denominator. So I already know I'm going to have a horizontal asymptote at uh, the ratio of the leading coefficients. So this would be a negative 4 on the top and a positive 1 in the bottom. I should really say that's equal to y. Now I can also do polynomial long division here. So I put the uh, bottom out front, negative 4x plus 1 in the under the long division symbol. And now I'm asking myself, what do I need to multiply this first term on the outside to get this first term on the inside? So what would I need to multiply x by in order to get negative 4x? The answer is negative 4. And then I multiply this negative 4 by my x. So negative 4x. I'm going to subtract. When I subtract, it becomes positive, it cancels out, and I'm left with 1. Since this 1 has a smaller degree than the divisor, I have it as a remainder. So the way I write this is equal to negative 4 plus the remainder, which I still need to divide by the divisor x. So this is my answer. And now I can say, okay, well, I have um this helps me decide what the transformations are. So I see that yes, I'm gonna have a vertical asymptote still at x equals 0, which we should have known. And this negative 4 is gonna shift this graph down 4 units. Which makes sense because that is exactly where I was expecting my horizontal asymptote to show up. Let's go ahead and do another problem here. So now I'm looking at number 8 from the homework, which is 2x minus 9 divided by x minus 5, and that's f of x. So now I again put the top in inside the bottom on the outside. I'm looking at my first two terms. What would I need to multiply this outside term in order to get the inside? The answer is 2. You multiply the 2x. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Then I subtract. These cancel. Negative 5 minus negative 10 turns into a positive 5. So what does this mean? This means that this function is equal to 2 plus and then the remainder 5 over, I still have to take the remainder and divide by what I was dividing by, which is x minus 5. So now I have a transformation of up to right 5. So it's up 2 because of this plus 2 on the outside of the fraction. It's a right 5 because the h value is 5. Remember, even though it looks like it's minus 5, it's still going to go in the right direction. So think of it sort of the opposite. If it's x minus something, it's going to go in the positive direction. And then I'm going to have a stretch by 5. We're going to do one more where I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview of what a oblique or slant asymptote is. So an oblique or slant asymptote occurs when the polynomial in the numerator is exactly 1 degree higher than the denominator. So an example could be like this. X squared minus 6x plus 7 over x plus 5. So now notice I have a second degree polynomial in the top, first degree in the bottom. So I'm going to have what's called an oblique asymptote, which is an asymptote that follows a linear equation. So in order to figure out what that linear equation is, I need to do polynomial long division, or I can do synthetic division. And synthetic division is going to be easier. I have a whole video on my channel on how to do that. First thing you want to do is set the denominator equal to 0 and solve for x. So you would subtract 5 from both sides. You get x minus 5. You're finding the 0 of the denominator. And then you put that 0 kind of on the left. You make this weird part of a rectangle. And then you're going to stick the coefficients from the numerator here. So it would be a positive 1 since there's nothing in front of x squared. -6, +7. And now this is what you do. You bring down the first number, you multiply -5 times 1, then you add down. You do -5 times 1, you stick it in the second column, you add down -11, you multiply. So that's going to be, what is that? Positive 55? Yes, yes. That's going to be 62. That's our remainder. So we have this is equal to, that's an equal sign, basically x minus 11 plus 62 over x plus 5. So this is still going to have a vertical asymptote at -5. However, now it's going to have what's called a slant asymptote, slant A, at y equals x minus 11. And we're going to stop the video there because we're getting a little too long.